Hello, and how are you? And welcome back to another edition of At Work video. So, yeah. Okay, so this is basically going to be my summer young adult anticipated reads. So things I saw that on like Goodreads or on NetGalley that looked interesting to me and that hopefully I will be able to read this summer. Fingers crossed that bookstores will be open. If not, I guess Amazon it will be, because yes, Amazon has gotten a lot of my monies since March during this pandemic, because I've been just buying books and more books. Although I don't know why I keep buying these books, because I have absolutely nowhere to put these books. Hopefully I can get an apartment and then I'll have somewhere to actually put these books. But currently I am not in an apartment. I live at home. Hopefully that will change soon. But anyway, moving on. So one of these are not really in any particular order. I wish they were, but what else? Anyway, so one of the first books that I saw is Burn Our Bodies Down, and that is by Rory Powers. And I think that if you look at this cover, it is so pretty. It's a pretty cover. It's orange and it's a girl, she's in a field, and it's just lovely. If you're not familiar with the author Rory Powers, she also wrote the book Wilder Girls. And sorry, I'm doing some moving things around. Anyway, so she wrote Wilder Girls. Wilder Girls has actually been on my TBR for a while now. At this point, I think Wilder Girls came out last summer actually, and I meant to read it and I just haven't read it. And so hopefully this summer I will actually get to it. We'll see how that works out. But anyway, so this is a mystery. So let's see, it says, ever since Margaret was born, it's been just her and her mother. No answers to Margaret's questions about what came before. No history to hold on to. No relatives to speak of. Just the two of them stuck in their rundown apartment, struggling to get along. But Margaret's had enough and she wants family, she wants a past, and she thinks she's found a way to achieve this goal. So it's, I'm assuming, some type of it's a twisty thriller, and it's about a girl whose past has always been a mystery until she decides to return to her mother's hometown, where history has basically a way of repeating itself. So I guess we'll find out what happens, and if you can't tell me that doesn't sound interesting, I don't know, like, because I like thrillers, but I like thrillers and mysteries, so it just sounds interesting, something like I would read. Okay, and that comes out July 7th, if all goes well. Next book is Ever Cursed, and that is by Corey Ann Haydu. I think I said that semi-correctly. So Ever Cursed, this has, okay, so Ever Cursed by Corey Ann Haydu is, this cover is interesting. It's viney, like it has the flowers with the, and then it has like vines coming out, and there's a clock, so maybe it has some type of I don't know, like this is just, I was trying to think of like, try to describe maybe what the story would be about without looking at the description first and then, you know, read the description. But I couldn't even begin to guess what this was about. I would think something to do maybe with time, because you see the clock and it has like the Roman numerals, and it has, you can see the interworkings of the clocks, you see the gears and things, and then you have the flowers and the, maybe representing maybe, I don't know, something to do with feminism. I don't know, who knows. Then you have like the branches coming out. Okay, so let's see what it says. So it's damsel meets a heart and a body in the world. A heart and a body in the world. Okay. In this is in incisive and lyrical feminist fairy tale about a princess determined to save her sisters from a curse. Okay, that makes sense. Even if it means allying herself with the very witch who cast it. The princesses of Ever are beloved by the kingdom and their father, the king. How original. No name. Okay. They are cherished, admired, cursed. Jane, Alice, Nora, Grace, and Eden carry the burden of being punished for a crime they did not commit or even know about. They are each cursed to be without one essential thing: the ability to eat, sleep, love, remember, or hope. And their mother, the queen, is in prison, frozen in time. Huh. Okay. And she's in an unbreakable glass box. But when Eden's curse sets in on her 13th birthday, the princesses are given the opportunity to break the curse, preventing it from becoming true. Interesting. So I'm assuming they have to do something so the curse doesn't come true. So that sounds interesting. And this comes out July 14th. And yeah, why not? Okay, the next one is My Eyes Are Up Here. So, My Eyes Are Up Here is by Laura Zimmerman, and that comes out June 23rd. This is a YA. This is a debut author, and it's about a teenage girl struggling to discover her balance and her voice in the year after a surprising growth spurt. So, okay. So I'm assuming a coming of age story. And I mean, most people love a good coming up. Well, I love a good coming of age story. So I guess I can't wait to see what happens. So the next story, this one comes out in August, and this is Paula Santiago. No, Santiago and the River of Tears, and that is by Talora. Taylor K. Mitja. I'm almost certain I said the first name incorrectly. But this is a middle grade book, and it comes out August 4th. And it's about Paulo, I think his name is Paulo Santiago, that sounds about right. And her two best friends, Emma and Dante, know the rule: stay away from the river. It's all they've ever heard since a schoolmate of theirs drowned a year ago. Peo is embarrassed to admit that she has been told to stay away for even longer than that, because her mother is constantly warning her about La Llorona, the wailing ghost woman who wanders the banks at night. So, hating her mother's humiliating superstitions and knowing that she shouldn't do it, basically she does it anyway. So I'm assuming that's the gist of it. But it's middle grade, so it just seems like it's gonna be funny, but at the same time it's gonna be life altering. I don't know another word to say about it, but maybe it'll be scary or something. I don't know. But either way, I thought it was cute. I thought it was a cute looking book. All right, so the next one is Unravel the Dust, and this is by Elizabeth Lim, and this comes out July 7th. This, I think, is the continuation. Yes, it's the continuation to Spin the Dawn, which is like a Mulan meets Top Model. Apparently, I haven't actually read this book. I have the book, but I have not actually physically read the book, and I want to read it. So hopefully I will read it by the end of this month. Like, that's one of my plans, is to read it this month. But yeah, so I'm kind of excited. So it says Maya Tamarin's journey to sew the dresses of the sun, the moon, and the stars has taken a grievous toll. She returns to a kingdom on the brink of war. The boy she loves is gone, and she is forced to don the dress of the sun and assume the place of the emperor's bride-to-be to keep the peace. But war raging around Maya is nothing compared to the battle within. Ever since she was touched by the demon Bandor, she has been changing. Glances in a mirror and she sees her own glowing red eyes, losing control of her magic, her body, her mind. It's only a matter of time before Maya loses herself completely. But she will stop at nothing to find Aiden. So I'm assume that's her love interest, her boo. I don't know, because I didn't read the first one. So yeah, I definitely need to read the first one, because it just looks so interesting. Just like, look at this cover. Oh man, my battery. I don't even know why my watch it's just forever, just whatever. I need to get a new one. So this cover is just as pretty as the first one. It's just so pretty. It's just like, it's red. It got a badass looking girl on the front. I'm a sucker for a badass looking girl on the front. Like, just like, yes, girl power. Oh yeah, I'm for it. But yeah, so I can't wait to read that one. And then the next one is This Is My America by Kim Johnson, and this comes out July 1st. I actually can't wait to read this one because this, did I get an arc of this? I think I got an arc of this. I either got an arc or they didn't approve, or maybe I didn't get an arc and they denied me a copy. I don't remember. But when I saw this, I remember seeing this on NetGalley, and I was like, oh shit. I like, just the cover alone is just like, it's just, I don't know, but this girl on this cover just has this really strong, intense face, and I honestly, I wanted to read it before. I definitely judged this book by its cover because I didn't even read what the hell the book was about. I didn't care what the book was about. I just knew that I saw this strong looking black woman on the front of this cover, and then on the side it says, This Is My America. And I was like, I want to read that book. That's all I knew. I didn't know anything else. And then I read a description and I was like, I want to read this book even more. So yeah. So it's Dear Martin meets Just Mercy. I've never heard of Just Mercy, so that seems like something I might want to look up. In this unflinching yet uplifting YA novel that explores the racist injustice in American justice system. There's a lot. Every week, 17-year-old Tracy Beaumont writes letters to Innocent's ex, asking the organization to help her father, an innocent black man on death row. After 7 years, Tracy is running out of time. Her dad only has 267 days left. Then the unthinkable happens. The police arrive in the night, and Trey's older brother, Jamal, goes from being a bright, promising track star to a thug on the run, accused of killing a white girl. Determined to save her brother, Tracy investigates what really happened between Jamal and Angela down at the Pike. But will Tracy and her family survive the uncovering of the skeletons of their Texas town's racist history that still haunts the present? I guess we're gonna find out, because yeah, so I can't wait for this book to come out because I'm definitely buying it. And I was just in love with the cover. So Nick Stone did a blurb out on it. So I don't think, even if she didn't do that, I didn't even see that part. I just saw the cover. I'm telling you, this cover just gave me so much, and it was just like, damn. Like when I saw it, I was just like, damn, like this is a strong black sister on this cover. Like her face was just giving me a lot. It gave me a lot in a good way, and I'm very excited for this book to come out, and I just can't wait for it to come out. And that's all I'm gonna say. So the next one I saw was Bare Necessity. It's a middle grade book, and it's a heartwarming, charming debut novel for fans of Nick Hornsby and the Rosie Project, about a father and son overcoming their grief in surprising, inventive ways. Okay, Danny's life is falling apart. He's become a single father to 11-year-old Will, who hasn't spoken since the death of his mother in a car crash a year earlier. And Danny has just been fired from his construction job. Damn. To make matters worse, he's behind on rent, and his nasty landlord is threatening to break his legs. Damn. Dad is going through some things. Okay. Break his legs if he doesn't pay soon. Danny needs money, and fast. Let's see. After observing local street performers in a nearby park, Danny spends his last few dollars on a tattered panda costume and impulsively decides to become a dancing panda. Okay, so Bare Necessity is by James Goldborn. I forgot to say that. And this comes out August 4th. This, honestly, this cover, it just looks so sad. It just looks so heartbreaking. You got a grown-ass panda and you got the little boy sitting there. It's just seems so sad. The next one is Goddess in the Machine. And this is by Lori Beth Johnson, and it comes out June 30th. So Andrea wakes up from a cryogenic sleep 1,000 years later. When she's supposed to, forcing her to team up with an exiled prince to navigate an unfamiliar planet in this smart, thrilling sci-fi adventure, perfect for fans of Renegades and Aurora Rising. So that's what caught my attention, because I did love the Renegade series, although I need to finish reading Supernova, although I skimmed through that big old book. And I did like Aurora Rising, so I think that I might like this book. Only time can tell. But anyway, so when Andrea wakes up, she's drowning. Not only that, but she's in a hot, dirty cave. It's year 3102, and everyone keeps calling her Goddess. When Andrea went into chronic sleep for a trip across the galaxy, she expects to wake up in 100 years, not 1,000. Worst of all, the rest of the colonists, including her family and friends, are dead. Of course, they died centuries ago, and for some reason, their descendants think Andrea's a deity. Now she knows she's nothing special, but she'll play along if it means she can figure out why she was left in stasis and how to get back to Earth. So that just seems like an interesting space adventure that I just can't seem to wait to get on. And that comes out again June 30th, and I'm for it, yeah. The book is Girl Unfriend by Deb Coletti, and this one comes out June 23rd. It's a teenage girl's summer with her mother turns sinister in a gripping thriller about the insidious dangers of unwanted attention. Go figure. The next one is Now That I've Found You, and this is by Christina Frost, and this comes out August 25th. So following in the footsteps of her uber famous grandma, 18-year-old Evie Jones is poised to be Hollywood's next big star. That is, until a close friend's betrayal leads to her being blackmailed. See, you can't trust nobody. That's basically what that just told me. You can't trust nobody, because how are you supposed to be a friend and you blackmailing somebody? Next one is More Than Maybe, and this is by Aaron Han, and this comes out July 21st. So growing up under his punk rocker dad's spotlight, 18-year-old Luke Greenlee knows fame and wants nothing to do with it. His real love is front of a crowd, and it's on the page. Oh, it's not in front of a crowd, but instead it's on a page. Hiding his gift and secretly hoarding songs in his bedroom at night, he prefers the anonymous comfort of the locally popular podcast he co-hosts with his outgoing and meddling twin brother. Far too jealously, inspiringly happy with his long-term boyfriend, twin brother Colin. Okay, I don't think I read that at all correctly. but okay. But that's not Luke's only secret. He also has a major unrequited crush on music blogger Beta Carswell. Beta's got a 5-year plan: secure a job at the Lord Lizard to learn from local legend, and her mom's boyfriend, Phil Jones. Take over Phil's music blog, get accepted to Berkeley, and manage Ann Arbor's summer concert series. This book is Cinderella is Dead. And this comes out July 7th, and this is by Kaylin Bayron, I believe. So it's 200 years after Cinderella found her prince. So Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron, and that comes out July 7th. So it's 200 years after Cinderella found her prince, but the fairy tale is over. Teen girls are now required to appear at the annual ball, where the men of the kingdom select wives based on the girls' display of finery. So if a suitable match is not found, the girls not chosen are never heard from again. So where the hell do they go? Very curious to know. So 16-year-old Sophia would much rather marry Aaron, her childhood best friend, than parade in front of suitors at the ball. Sophia makes the desperate decision to flee and finds herself hiding in Cinderella's mausoleum. There she meets Constance, the last known descendant of Cinderella, and her stepsisters. Together they vow to bring down the king once and for all. And in the process, they learn that there's more to Cinderella's story than they ever knew. And I want to read that. Like, first of all, the title caught me by surprise because it's called Cinderella is Dead. I'm like, what? Like, wait, what? I'm confused. Like, what's going on? Like, I thought it was just going to be like a retelling of the Cinderella story, but I don't think it is. I think it's way much more than that. So I'm for it. I'm thinking this is going to be a really good read. Like, I can't wait to read it. So the next book is 10 Things I Hate About Pinky, which is giving me 10 Things I Hate About You vibes. And that is by Sonda Meno. And this, so I mean, it's one of her stories. So you know, it's a romance. It's by Sonda. She just does romance stories, YA romance stories really well, while also throwing in cultural references. And so I know it's going to be a good read. And I mean, if it is not, I will be hella surprised, to be perfectly honest with you, because I know she writes really well, because I've read at least 2 books I've read at least 3 books that she's written, and I loved all 3 of them. So I know I don't need to say too much about this book, because I know that it's going to be a good book. So but if you want to know, it comes out July 21st, and Pinky Kamar wears the social justice warrior badge with pride. From raccoon hospitals to persecuted rock stars, so no cause is too historic for her to champion. But a teeny part of her also really enjoys making her conservative button-up corporate lawyer parents cringe. So she wants to be basically like the black sheep. Samir Jaha might have a few quirks remaining from the time he had to take care of his sick mother, like the endless list he makes it in his planner and the way he schedules every minute of every day. So basically you have I'm assuming it's going to be a hate to love romance. So you have this on one side, this go out of her way Pinky, who is basically supposed to be this badass chick who, because that's what she writes. She writes these women, she writes, or girls rather, or young ladies that basically don't want to follow the traditions of their parents. They just want to rebel against that traditional woman's role that their parents try to set for them, and be different about it, be their own person, because they're like, that's how you raised me to be. And then you have the guy character who is either who's smart, of course, but is like, they want to be more chivalrous or charming, or they don't mind following the rules, basically at the sacrifice of, they don't mind following their parents' role at the expense of their own personal wants, except for in There's Something About Sweetie, because he did not want to follow his parents' rules for what his life should be like, but that's another story altogether. But so it's an uptight guy with basically a punk-esque female. So I'm assuming it's gonna be some kind of hate to love. It's just my assumptions. We'll see when the book comes out, July 21st. The next one is Mayhem, and this is by Estelle Laurie, I think. And this comes out July 14th. And this is a YA feminist mashup of Lost Boys and The Craft. So I was given this as an arc by by the publication. I don't know, whatever. But I saw that, like, the cover on this, it was striking. I'm not even gonna lie. I was very stricken by it and intrigued because sorry, I thought I was gonna have to burp, because you just have this girl just sitting here and she's in the woods. So it's like, why, like, what the hell is going on? And then it's called Mayhem, of all things to call it. So it's like, like, I don't know. So now, and then it says The Craft, so I'm assuming there's some kind of witchy element to, which I am for, I love. So, and then it's like set in the 1987s. So I'm just like, okay, you don't see too many books set in that century. I mean, not that century, but in that time frame rather. So okay, I can go for it. So it's in 1987, and unfortunately it's not all Madonna and cherry lip balm. Mayhem Brayborn has always known that she was something off about her and her mother, Roxy. Maybe it has to do with Roxy's constant physical pain, or maybe with Mayhem's own irresistible pull to water. Either way, she knows they aren't like everyone else. But then when Mayhem's stepfather finally goes too far, Roxy and Mayhem flee to Santa Maria, California, the coastal beach town that holds the answers to all of Mayhem's questions about who her mother is, her estranged family, and the mysteries of her own self. So I'm curious as to, like, what that's going to be really about. about. So I'm just curious, like, is it really gonna be like a lot of the craft, like, because I like the movie The Craft. That's one of my movies. So she meets some kids who live with her aunt, and it opens doors to magic that runs through the female lineage of her family. Oh, I can't wait. Okay, but when she gets wrapped up in the search for the man who has been kidnapping girls from the beach, her life takes another dangerous turn. So it's a mystery with witchcraft in it. Oh yeah, okay, I'm definitely gonna read this. And I'm definitely gonna have to do a review on it because it's just calling my name. It's just calling my name. So then we have Star Daughter, and this is by Shveta Takar, and that comes out August 11th. And it's the daughter of a star and a mortal. And Sheetal is used to keeping secrets, but when a flare of star fire injures her human father, Sheetal needs a full star's help to heal. A star like her mother who returned to the sky long ago. So it's a Neil Gaiman Stardust meets rich landscape of Hindu mythology and celestial intrigue. So this seems like, honestly, this seems like some other kind of worldly thing. So very, very sci-fi-ish. I'm for it. Okay. I'll give it a whirl. Why not, right? I mean, look at the cover. It's black and it's gold, and she's holding, I'm assuming, what is supposed to be a star. I mean, what can I say? All right, so the next one is The Damned, and that's by Renee Ahdieh, and this comes out June 2nd. And this is the continuation of The Beautiful. So I didn't read The Beautiful. That's also part of my TBR. I'm terrible with TBRs. My TBR is like, for days. But anyway, so this is a continuation of The Beautiful. So that's all I need to say. The next one is a Sean David Hutchinson. Wait, sorry. The name of the book is The State of Us by Sean David Hutchinson, and this comes out June 2nd. And I like his books. This is like the most simplest cover I ever did see. It's just plain blue. It obviously has some LGBTQ plus qualities to it, because all his books do. But yeah, all you see is the US, the map of the USA, of the US, and you have the couple kissing. I mean, okay, so anyway, when Dean Arnauto's mother decides to run for president, it wasn't a surprise to anyone, least of all her son. But still, that doesn't mean Dean wants to be part of the public spectacle. Sorry, boo, you are guilty by association. At least not until he meets Dre. The only problem is that Dre Rosario's on the opposition. Of course he is. He's the son of the Democratic nominee. Oh, so she's Republican. Huh. But as Dean and Dre's meetups on the campaign trail become less left to chance, their friendship quickly becomes a romantic connection, unlike any other of the boys have ever known. Honestly, I kind of want to read this because this is giving me the YA version of boyfriend material. No. Crap, what was the name of that? Gosh, what was the name of that book? It wasn't boyfriend material. Or was it? But anywho, so yeah, it's giving me those vibes. So I'm definitely, honestly, I'm kind of surprised that it's not some kind of end of the world story, because the last two books of his that I've read were basically end of the world stories. So okay. So next one is Bookish and the Beast, and this is by Ashley Paulston, and this comes out August 4th. This is basically in the world of her fan geek girl series, but it's in that series. I can't remember, but it says Rosie Thorne is feeling stuck on her college applications essay in her small town and on the mysterious General Sound cosplayer she met at Excel's Con. Most of all, she's stuck in her grief over her mother's death. Only solace was her late mother's library of rare Starfield novels. Starfield. There we go again. But even that disappeared when they sold it to pay off hospital bills. On the other hand, Vance Raines has been Hollywood royalty for as long as he can remember, with all the privileges and scrutiny that entails. When a tabloid scandal catches up to him, he's forced to hide somewhere the paparazzi would never expect to find him. Of course, in her small town. So, yeah. Either way, I like her books. Ashley Paulston, I like her books, so I will read it anyway. So the next one is Faith Taking Flight, and this is by Julie Murphy. This comes out July 7th. Faith Herbert is a pretty regular teen when she's not hanging out with her two best friends, Matt and Chess. She's volunteering at the local animal shelter or obsessing over a long-running teen drama, The Grove. So far, her senior year has been spent trying to sort out her feelings for her maybe crush Johnny and making plans to stay close to Grandma Lou. After graduation, of course, there's also the small matter of recently discovering she can fly. When the fictional world of The Grove crashes into Faith's reality as the show relocates to her town, she can't believe it when a TV heroine, Dakota Ash, takes a romantic interest in her. What? But okay, this cover, I'm sorry, I like this cover, and she is a plus size girl what looks like she can freaking fly. Like, I mean, what more do you want? Like, I don't know. Like, what more could you possibly want from this book? So, yeah, I'm for it. I love it. Can't wait. The next one is As Song Below Water by Bethany C. Morrow. And this comes out June 2nd. So this comes out very soon. It's an own voice YA contemporary fantasy told and alternately by two magical Black girls living in the say her name era, when being known sometimes comes at a great cost. A Song Below Water You should read it. I recommend the book. Next book is You Brought Me the Ocean by Alex Sanchez, and this comes out June 9th. It says Jake Hyde doesn't swim, not since his father drowned. Luckily, he lives in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, which is the middle of the desert, yet he yearns for the ocean and is determined to leave his hometown for a college on the coast. But his best friend Maria wants nothing more than to make a home in the desert, and Jake's mother encourages him to always play it safe. There's nothing safe about Jake's future. I can't talk. Now when he's attracted to Kenny Liu, swim team captain and rebel against conformity. Oh yeah. Then there's the falling in love montage. I just can't talk. I can't read. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, this is by Sierra Smith, and this comes out June 9th as well. And just the cover, it just seems like a funny, maybe rom-com kind of thing going on. You got a Ferris wheel in the background, and I think this is two girls. I mean, how can you lose? I'm just saying. Celarus doesn't believe in love at first sight or happy endings. If they were real, her mother would still be able to remember her name and not in a care home for early onset dementia. Aw, damn, that's just sad right there. A condition that Celarus may one day turn out to have inherited. So she's not looking for a relationship. She doesn't see the point in engaging in any romantic sparks because she might not remember it. Got you. Unbothered by the no relationships rule, Ruby proposes a loophole. They don't need true love to have a summer of fun. Nice. That just seems interesting. I can't wait for it. I can't. And then let's see. Oh, that's it. So wait. Nope, I have one more. And it is X Marks the Spot, and that's by S.E. Anderson, and this comes out June 16th. And it is Jamie has been dreaming of this summer forever, of road trips and intensive art camps, of meeting cute boys with her best friend Jazz. What she doesn't count on is the car accident. Exiled away from her family as her mother slowly learns to walk again, Jamie is sent to Provence and trapped in an isolated home with a French grandmother she has never met, the guilt of having almost killed her parents, and no Wi-Fi, enough to drive a girl mad. That is until she finds an old letter from her father, the starting point in a treasure hunt that spans across cities and time itself. Somehow she knows the treasure is the key. So I can't, so that comes out. I actually have an advanced copy of that I need to actually get to reading. And once I read that, I will let you know how that is. And if you definitely should probably pick it up. But I think you should pick it up anyway. But, I'll let you know more on that when I get to it. But that is all of the books that I cannot wait for to come out this summer. I'm excited. It's going to be a summer of reading, especially if we are still in lockdown. I mean, things are slowly but surely getting back to a semblance of normalcy. Although we're not 100% there, it is at least something. Something is always better than nothing, in my opinion. So we just need to keep doing what we're doing so we can move forward, and then hopefully we can, you know, be out of this mess. So, you know, just keep with it, bear in there, you know, stick to it, social distancing, washing your hands, good hygiene. Yeah, so that's all I can say, and thank you for watching. So have a good morning, afternoon, or night whenever you are watching this video, and that's it. Till next time, peace.